interest rate. So here we are talking about the repo rate, which means the interest rate at which the central banks lend money to commercial banks in the country. So for in the understanding that why US has Fed has increased the repo rate, we have to go back to the Corona period. Like we are hearing in the past coming months that why US Fed is increasing rates. So when we talk about the Corona times in 2020, like all the economies were closed, productions were closed. So to increase the demand, all the economies had to pump money in their market. So to increase the money supply, what every central bank did was they reduced the repo rate so that the uh, people can borrow money from the banks, and they can spend more and more, so that the demand in our economy remains constant, it doesn't decrease. So the so to cope up with the increasing inflation and decreasing economic growth, what US Fed did is that they have increased the repo rates drastically in the past few months. Like in the past few months, they have increased the repo rate by 300 basis points, which means that is 3% increase in the repo rate. So that is to cope up with the inflation. So they are trying to control inflation in their own country. But what impact it is having on the other small countries, or we can say in the developing countries? So what is happening that the because of their increased high interest rates, the foreign direct investments from the developing countries are moving back to America. So the developing countries are facing the problem of decreased foreign direct investment. Also, we can see that the day Fed increased the repo rates, the stock markets in all the developing countries crashed. And also we saw that the currency value of other small currency like the rupee and ruble decreased drastically after the US increased interest rates. So it is becoming very difficult for the developing countries to cope up with the inflation. Also, the inflation in the developing countries is increasing mainly because of the hegemony or the monopoly of the dollar as a currency in the global market.